Waiting on the train.
Huh?
And now we're just waiting on the train.
Oh, yeah.
It's not really down this year. Unless there hasn't been nothing.
Or it just left. So it just went down and then nothing.
Yeah.
This is the best.
It's down there. It's up.
Welcome, everyone, to a piece of college football history as we crown this season's national champion. There's been so much that's gone into getting here, twists and turns, and now it builds to this, the battle for supremacy. And these two teams have survived the expanded playoff grind. They have battled through a regular season, multiple playoff victories, all sorts of challenges and adversity, and they've arrived at this moment, the battle for that precious trophy. As we'll see the number 7 seed in this playoff, the Florida Gators, taking on another team from the SEC, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. And this is it. 2 teams enter, 1 team leaves here as national champions. Let's get this going. The kickoff team is out there, and you can feel the energy. One game to determine the national championship. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. First down here for this offense. The defense with pre-snap movement of its own. Takes the ball and heads to the left. In the clear at the 25. They bring him down, but he reaches the 30-yard line.
Chris, a really good job here by this back to be able to find that hole and pick up the yards for this first down. And, boy, Georgia's had some good backs over the years, and this young man is living up to that tradition today.
Here's a 1st and 10 play. A pop pass on the jet sweep. It'll be enough for a first down, brought down at the 43.
Well, they've had an entire week to try to find weaknesses in this defense and how to attack. And here in the opening drive, they're using the receiver in motion to get him the ball in space and give him those blockers out in front. Great job of designing the play and great execution here by this offense.
And on the carry, he's heading left. Breaks loose at the 45. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
This defensive coordinator better make some adjustments. This back is on fire to start this game. You better start committing those safeties down, overloading that line of scrimmage, because this back is physical, he's got speed, and he is tough to bring down.
Using his legs, it's Brown. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
One way to create a rhythm and really start to show your identity as an offense is to control the line of scrimmage. The offensive line here early getting a hat on a hat, and this back as good as we've seen all year with the ability to accelerate through the hole. Positive yards, play after play here early in the game.
The linebacker shifting around now. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams through this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play moving forward.
They'll try the ground game here with the running back. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see as an offense to open up a football game. Everything seems to be working, whether they're running the football, as we saw right there, able to protect, throw the football with timing and rhythm, everything on full display for this offense to let this defense know they could be in for a long day.
And bulldozing his way through. Couldn't quite get in. Tackled down at the 2-yard line. Excellent run.
Chris, if I'm not mistaken, this guy's already over 30 yards on the opening drive of this game. Another nice play right here. If this defense can't stop him, just keep feeding him the football.
The Dogs line up with a 1st and goal. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia. Some of the crowd hasn't even settled in. We got points on the board. Buckle up, Kirk.
I mean, this is amazing. This is exactly how you envision it, with the long layoff, the hype, the pressure, all the interviews you've done, and to be able to start off with an opening drive and a touchdown, couldn't have scripted it any better.
Fields it just outside the goal line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Looking to set up a screen pass here. Breaking free at the 35. He's marked out of bounds after an excellent game, but there is a flag on the field. This one might be coming back. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Looking out throwing here to start the drive. He's moving out of the pocket now. Nobody open downfield. He just throws it away.
Chris, I don't know if it's the hype of the national championship, the timing between the quarterback and his receivers, but they have not been able to get anything going at all here in the first half. And the problem is they're already down in this game. They've got to put the ball through the air and start hitting some passes, or there's no chance they come back and have a chance to win.
We'll try to run it with the option. And not even a chance to pitch that one. He's brought down to the backfield. Now it's 3rd and long for this offense. Football right at midfield. And the quarterback dropping back. He lets it go on the move. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. That's a big gain deep into enemy territory. Ball down near the 30.
And this defense has got to do a better job on 3rd down. They got to mix in a blitz here and there. It's all about getting pressure on the quarterback, and especially on 3rd down.
Refusing to be brought down before gaining 1st down yardage.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
They've got him, but that completion good enough for first down yardage.
Here early in the game, the defense right away realizes what they're up against. Having an opportunity to move this receiver around to give him a chance to get out in space are the plays that can really cause a defensive coordinator headaches.
First and goal, a great chance to answer that opening touchdown. They'll hand it off. They finally corral him at the 1. And the Gators come to the line in a hurry-up. On second and goal, they'll give him another chance. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Gators.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back, but the continuity of this offensive line was on display. That's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
And he knocks through the PAT. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. In that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the running game. Let's see if they can do it again. Takes the handoff and tests the left side. Finding some room at the 25. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
Defense will make the stop. It will probably be the final play of this opening quarter. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. They stop it at the 49, but that'll be a first down.
Chris, it's the consistency of this pack is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
On first down, why not keep it on the ground?
Chris, it's pretty surreal to get to the national championship in this day and age of college football. When everybody wants to spread you out and throw the football, this offense has been pounding the rock all year long. And here, how about in the first half? This back is having a big day.
Tackle made at the 26-yard line. This offense getting closer to the red zone.
With great patience and acceleration to be able to pick up this first down by this back from Georgia. You think of Georgia backs, you think about Herschel Walker right away, right? Sonny Michel, Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, Noshawn Marino. I mean, the list goes on and on. A great choice.
Got space looking for the end zone here. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Kirk, they were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and they reach the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
They'll return it from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. The offense retakes the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? It's a screen pass complete to the running back. And they bring him down. Blocker is not much help on the screen there. He's short of the first down.
A lot of times this can be a tough play to defend because you're so concerned with getting pressure on the quarterback. But here the defense does a good job of coming off of coverage and chasing down the receiver.
Oh, look at the quick cut. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
You Everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers, and don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. Man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
Stopped short of the marker after just a short gain.
Chris, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
They'll look to throw it here on second down. Got him for a sack. A big play made them one of the senior leaders of this defense. The Gators looking to run some tempo here. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout. They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Again, he's just trapped and sacked in the pocket.
Chris, I think we're starting to see a theme here in this national championship, and to me, it's this defensive pressure. I don't know if I thought that prior to this game, but now that we're watching it here in this first half, that's the 2nd sack. They're getting after this quarterback in a big way today.
And on 4th down, the punter sends it away. And the returner will be brought down. Georgia offense is back out on the field. On that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the ground game. Let's see if that formula works again. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. He's brought down, but not before the gain to the 42-yard line.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Physical run earns the first down.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Linebacker's trying to confuse this offense now. He'll hand it off. Breaking free at the 35. Out of bounds after another big gain on the ground. This running game has been unstoppable today. Georgia getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense, almost anticipating this play. They're in position to bring him down for a loss.
It's the 2-minute warning of this close, competitive first half. Second down play coming up for this offense. Handoff from the shotgun. They get him down, but the junior with an excellent run there.
Hey, whether it's been on the inside or bouncing things to the outside, this guy has shown you everything that he has to offer, and a big part of the reason why they're enjoying this nice lead.
On 1st down, they'll keep the running game churning. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing.
Maybe this stop is an indicator of what's to come for this defense. The offense, frankly, has been able to enforce their will in the first half, but maybe things are starting to change.
Offense set for the 6th play in this drive. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
This running back's had a big night, kind of night you dream about, but the defense finally steps up and gets to him behind the line of scrimmage.
And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. seventh play of the drive coming up, but it is third down and long. Takes the handoff. It's Frazier. And the play goes nowhere. Picked up about a yard, but it'll be fourth down. Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. So on fourth down, the decision is to trot out the field goal team. No problem. Knocks it right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for 3, and now the kickoff. We'll see if the opposing offense has enough time to answer before halftime. And here's the fair catch by the return man. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. Let's see what they do here in the final minute of the half. Try to get aggressive and cut into this lead, or play it safe. Trying to extend the play. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. And now another deep ball here. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. They bring him down, but not before an explosive play through this offense through the air. So it's a first down here. The clock is stopped temporarily, but they'll get to the line quickly. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, that's exactly what you need to do as a receiver in these kind of situations near the end of the half. Get some positive yards, but also stopping the clock is just as important.
The Gators looking to take advantage of the red zone trip here. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Launching one to the end zone. And he'll get there. Touchdown, Florida.
Love to watch this quarterback go out and execute in this kind of situation. He's doing a great job of ignoring the scoreboard and feeling a sense of pressure to have to play with more urgency. Right now, he's executing. We're in the second quarter. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
The kick is good, and the kicker got clobbered. Flags all over the field. Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And the receiving team makes the recovery. The hands team does its job perfectly. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. The offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Off the play fake, looking to throw. And here comes a deep shot. The pass is intercepted. Tackled after a short return to the 19, but a huge takeaway in the red zone.
That offensive coordinator is going to have some choice words for his quarterback over the phone on the sideline after that throw. You have to be more careful with the football.
Time ticking away. Time for just one more play before halftime. And he'll be brought down, and that will wrap up the first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Dogs will kick this away to begin the second half. And here's the return from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Gators offense retakes the field. First play of the second half, they keep it on the ground. They'll tackle him right at the 25-yard line.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Tailback with another carry. Breaking free at the 35. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Well, this is exactly where you find out what you're made of as a team. When you're trailing coming out of the half, how do you respond? Well, we know how this running back's going to respond. What a statement to get this second half started.
First and 10 play coming up. And the wideout goes in motion. A pop pass on the jet sweep. It's a 2-yard gain. Second and 8 coming up.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Here comes a handoff. And runner brought down, but looks like there's a flag on the field. Let's see what this is about. Offense will have to overcome the holding penalty now. Here's the second down play. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Running back grabs it on the screen. Breaking free at midfield. And he'll be brought down. And the Gators come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. Heavy blitz look here, pre-snap. And they pick up the first on the ground. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
The offense will go for it on this fourth down near midfield. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. The tight end has got it. This offense picks up the first down. They tackle him at the 44.
Well, that's exactly when you want to go to your little slot receiver, right? He gets a one-on-one matchup on fourth down, has all that room to work with in the middle of the field. Get him the football on fourth down, come up with the conversion, keep those sticks moving.
The Gators are on the move here. And looking to throw now on first down. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. And he'll wisely throw that one away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Incomplete, so it's second down and 10. And he drops back in the gun. He's escaping the pocket now. He's on the run, launches deep, and he is wide open for a huge gain. They tackle him at the 3, but that's a great gain in the pitch and catch.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
The Gators come to the line with first and goal. Looking to throw again. Launching one to the end zone. Touchdown, Gators. And they go in front here in the second half. Who says you need explosive plays, Kirk? That was a long, grinding scoring drive.
And think about this is a national championship, and you're able to execute like that against this quality of a defense, and that is a great job by the coordinator and the quarterback being in sync and putting together a heck of a drive.
The extra point is good. The lead is now 4, 21-17. Kickoff team's on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Georgia offense is back out on the field. Remember, the last possession ended quickly. The interception on the first play. Let's see if they can do better here. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. He's tackled just short of the 20-yard line.
Well, this defense is going to have to mix up some looks because this back has had a monster day in the national championship. Running inside, running outside. The defense has got to do a good job of locking in on him to negate his big play ability.
Handoff here from the shotgun. Finds room at the 30. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35.
Just a great play by the running back here, finding his lanes and then exploding through the gap when it opened up.
How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? Keeping it on the ground here. He'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Nothing better than an offense on 1st down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of them.
Gonna run it. It's Brown. Eludes a tackle. And the broken tackle there produces a solid gain.
Coaches told us in the pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed. He also showed the ability to break tackles on that run.
And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
Tackle at the 28. This offense threatening now. Another 1st down.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the 1st down.
Handoff heading left. Finding enough space for a solid gain before they stop him.
Another positive gain by this back. I tell you, between the offensive line sustaining blocks and this back's vision and ability to explode into that second level of this defense, this guy is having a monster day in the biggest stage of all in the national championship.
The senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Well, the defense coordinator this week, all week, telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
On the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. It's a risky pass. He gets away with it. Almost the 2nd interception for this defense today.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. They've got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
Here we go on 4th down. Got a lane. Can he get in? Touchdown, Dogs. This offense cannot be stopped. So a long, methodical scoring drive, great execution with championship pressure, Kirk.
Man, this is the biggest stage that you can play on. You're in the national championship, and drives like that are going to wear down the opponent physically and mentally. This wasn't an accident. They were very intentional in how they worked their way down the field, and it pays off in the end.
Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. 1st down, looking to throw the ball. Receiver makes the catch. He's found some room at the 45. Tackled after he makes the 1st down as the seconds tick away here in the 3rd quarter. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a 1st down. From the shotgun, drops back. Trying to create outside the pocket now. And that's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
Well, the pass rush does a good job of chasing him out of the pocket. He's trying to buy some time looking downfield, but he better be careful being too patient. He gets hit as he throws his football, and it falls incomplete.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. And it's caught. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down. And the Gators will crank up the tempo. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up fourth down.
How about the call here? They call it the screen on third down and short. You don't see that called very often. They're not able to even complete the pass, so no chance at a conversion. So we got fourth and short.
Down one possession in the fourth quarter, and the offense is going to try to convert here on fourth down. He did not get it. A crucial play by this defense. What a fourth down stop.
How about that defensive front and the linebackers collapsing down on the football? You would think that the quarterback sneak is a safe call, an easy call to get the yards that you need, but not with that push by that defensive line.
Picks up 3 yards, so second and 7.
Yeah, I like the run play here, and offensively at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
Gonna run it. It's Frazier. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, with the lead here, this is where you want to just take your time. The defense, as we know, they are looking to do anything they can to create an aggressive play to try to create a turnover. So you got to work that clock, but also protect the football. I'm sure the coach right now is preaching to all his guys and reminding them about ball security at this point in the game.
Dropping back, it's Manning. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And he's got it. Touchdown, Georgia.
Boy, the quarterback put that ball right where he could give his receiver a chance, and what an effort by that receiver to lay out and come up with that touchdown.
And they'll set up now for the extra point try. Extra point, up and good. A double-digit lead now here in the fourth quarter. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. We'll call for the fair catch here. And the Florida offense retakes the field. Remember, last time they went for it on fourth down and got stopped, and the opponent went right down the field. See if they can recover from that here. Looking for his back. Makes the grab. It's Daniels. Tackle made after a big gain. The Gators come up to the line in a hurry-up.
Hey, you're down by a couple possessions late in the game. That's exactly how you want to start this drive. Let's see what they can do with it after that nice game.
First down. Looking to throw the football. Bringing pressure. Able to get the pass away, but took a hit that time.
And I talk to defensive coordinators all over the country, and they're quick to point out the term affecting the quarterback. They kind of almost get offended when you want to talk to them about sacks. Sometimes it's just about getting into his face, affecting his vision. It's exactly what they did right here.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Finds an open target on the left side. He's brought down, but the gain moves the ball to the 39. The Gators will have 1st and 10 here.
Hey, it's a nice game here, and they get the first down to stop the clock. But late in the game, trailing by a couple scores, these receivers have got to be thinking about getting out of bounds as often as they can to preserve that clock, to give them a real shot to come back to win it.
2nd down, looking to throw it. Looks to the left, pass caught. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground. And the Gators are in the red zone. Here comes a throw from the red zone. Quarterback escapes the pocket. He's got room, looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. This offense is still clicking. That's a huge touchdown. Still trailing, but a one-possession game with that trophy on the line right now.
Well, the national championship's on the line. The offense has done their job, and now it's up to their own defense. Can they get a stop and get the ball back to their offense with a chance to make this thing get really interesting?
Getting set to kick the ball off now. And the deep kick will sail out the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Movement here from the tight end. They'll use that running game, trying to bleed the clock here. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
Well, this is where you really rely on your offensive line. Late in the game, you got the lead. You got to run the football. They know you're going to run the football. Get behind that big offensive line, run that running back, make sure he protects the football. You got a great chance at a victory.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Sticking with the running game. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Positive yards are always important for an offense, but at this stage of the game, late in the ball game, playing with the lead, you're thinking about working that clock and continuing to keep the ball in bounds.
Here we go, late in a tight game. This might be the biggest play so far. 3rd and 2. Try and muscle for the first down. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, there's something we haven't seen much in this game at all. That ball carrier being tackled near the line of scrimmage. Maybe if this defense can make more plays like that in the second half, their team will be able to chip away at this lead.
So the clock stops as we head into the final 2 minutes of play here. This defense needing to step up and make a play now. The Dogs will bring their punt team on the field now. This one will be fair caught. Florida offense is back out on the field now. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Running out of time in the pocket. And he just throws that one away. Took a big shot, but avoids the sack.
Well, sometimes an answer for an offensive coordinator against a good pass rush is to move the launching point. Move the quarterback from one spot to another to affect the rhythm of the pass rush. That's not having any kind of impact at all on this defense. They're getting after this quarterback no matter where he is. They do a good job of it right here.
They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Offense getting set. It's second down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Time is running out. They'll take a deep shot. And the ball is picked off. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
I get wanting to be aggressive, but down late in the game like this, that's a throw you just can't make. And now, probably not going to get the ball back. This could end up costing him the game.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. And here's the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Offense getting set. Second down play here. And there's the handoff. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. Now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Georgia has moved into the red zone. Trying to run it, it's Frazier. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Second down after that previous play. And of course, they'll work the clock here, keep it on the ground. Not much on that play, brought down short.
You know, they try to run the football here, and they're unable to get that first down. The clock does keep moving. The big question now is third down. What do you do? Keep it on the ground again, or roll the dice, throw the football, knowing an incompletion, the clock will stop.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Takes the handoff. It's Frazier. Defense able to stop him. It's fourth down now. And the Bulldogs will look to convert here on fourth down. And that'll do it. We have a national champion. They're the last team standing at the top of the mountain, Kirk. National champion.
Well, it's been so much fun to watch this team play all year long. They've had some challenging moments. They've been able to overcome them. And how fitting, a close game in the national championship. They come through one more time. And as you say, they hold the trophy. They are the national champions of the year.
Well, that's going to do it for us and wrap up another outstanding season of college football. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. They are officially your kings of college football and national champions, the Georgia Bulldogs.